Hello, welcome back to Steve's Retirement Corner. Carrying debt into retirement. I don't know, about a month or so ago, somebody wrote down in one of the comments, want to know what I thought about having to purchase a vehicle in retirement. Because if I leave now, chances are pretty strong I'm going to have to buy another vehicle. If all things go good. My vehicles will be old and I won't be able to take care of them no more. It'll be not cost effective to keep them any longer. And I, I told him I'm definitely going to have to buy another one. I says, I uh, I still got a payment on that truck. I think it's 318, something like that. It's nothing for me to be concerned about. I'm gonna carry it on into retirement. I am going to carry it on into retirement. I probably got, I don't know, about 3 years left or something like that. But I plan on doing in retirement on a big purchase like that. The same way I've always done. You know what we normally do on vehicles. Now my parents, I think the last 4 or 5 cars they bought straight out, and I just can't see doing that. I, I mean, could I? Yes. Do I want to? No. There's no way I would come off that kind of a money for a vehicle in one lump sum. I just can't do that. You know. To me, I'm still stuck back in the 80s and 90s when we were struggling to save $100. So $100 is a world of money to me. Even though I can go down there and fill my truck up with gas, run over to McDonald's across the street there and get me a burger and fries and a milkshake, and barely have enough out of 100 to get me a pack of gum. It's still a ton of money to me, and that's where we're at in our mentality. We're still struggling to get by, even though we're not. You know, not that we, not that we were destitute. We never missed a meal. We might have been late on a payment or two, but we never missed one. We always had a roof over our head, stuff like that. But it was tight, is all I mean. We're still stuck in that, and it's going to be hard for us to make that shift. That's the one thing out of everything I've ever said on here this year that that we're going to have to work on a lot in retirement. The rest of the stuff I don't pay much attention to, but I like to know it's in my head so it won't surprise me. But what I'm going to do, just like we always did, whenever we bought a car, um, we took a loan. We paid some money down, and we took a loan for the rest. It used to be when we first started, it used to give you coupons, send them in the mail. You'd either have a book on them or they'd send you a bill every month. And on that paper, it would tell you to add $20 or $50 or whatever for a late fee if it was past a certain date. Well, we always added that, whether it was late or not. We weren't late, but we always added that to it, and that would cut your payments down by a couple of months, but if you took it to the end, and once my car payment gets less than 10 grand, that's when I start thinking about paying it off. I have a lot easier trouble, a lot less trouble forking out 6 or 7 grand than I do 30 or 40 grand. I just do, you know. It takes me a long time to save up 30 or 40 grand. It takes me a long time, and I can't just piss it away in a second like that. I just can't. I just can't. The 6 to 9 grand range. That's when we start thinking about going ahead and taking a lump sum and paying it off. You know, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I figure, I don't know. Next year I might hit the 9 grand mark. If not, it'll be the following year, and that's when I'll pay it off. I can pay it off now, but I don't know what I owe on it. Probably 10, 12 grand, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm not going. I'm not taking that out of the bank to pay it off. I'm not. And this way, you see, the car we got is 2013. You know, so it's 10 years old. You know, yeah, I figure we'll probably keep that one another 10 years at least, probably. But I've already got $300. I think it's the payment on the thing's 318. I think so, but it's not much on a month. It doesn't. It's in the budget. I know about it, and it doesn't cause me any lost sleep over. It just doesn't. But my thing with debt is extremely useful. It's a good thing. It's not something that should be feared. You know. Now I've said it before, and I'll say it till I die probably. But having no debt goes a long ways in retirement. It makes up for a lot of mistakes, and it causes a lot less worry. It just does. Not knowing there's something pounding you in the daggone back every month you have to pay is a big relief. Like when you pay your house off. You know, they say you not to do that, but it's easier. Yeah, I don't know. You take the difference and put it in the market or whatever. You make more money than you're paying out in interest and all that bull. It's that it's a mental thing. You know, it might not be right financially, but mentally, it is a big boost to you. But debt is not the problem. It's how people handle it is the problem. You know, that's what I've told my kids ever since they got grown and left out of here. You know, don't be see. My daughter's scared to death of a credit card. It's she does not want one. I don't think she has one. 30 some years old, I still don't think she might. I don't know. But I told her, listen, if you handle it right, debt can be a good tool to have. It just is. It's when you have too much debt or when it rolls over on top of each other and it just keeps compounding. Um, Stuff like that is where you come into trouble with debt. Debt in and of itself is a great tool. It allowed me to buy this house, It allowed me to buy that vehicle. It allowed me to send kids to school, you know. I think we ended up paying 3 out of the 4 years of my daughter's uh, without a payment, without a loan. I think we had to get a loan for 1 year, I believe. I think it was the first year because I got scared. I mean, you look at sending a kid out of school, out of state to college, and that's essentially you're buying a new vehicle every year for 4 years in a row. And I'm thinking, my goodness, I'm not. But it allows you to do things that enhance your life, make your life a little better without having the money up front. As long as you can handle it. Because we've never bought anything over about $1,000 or $500 that we didn't have to figure out how we was going to pay for it. I mean, we could have went to the bank and bought it, but we didn't. Because it's so hard for us to save a nickel that we hate to get rid of it. And to get rid of it in a lump sum like that, it's just terrifying to us. So we have to figure out a way that we can fit it in the budget. We can come up with a few extra dollars to pay for it, so it doesn't affect us or whatever, you know. And so if you're going into retirement with debt, if you got a plan to get rid of it, if it's not really affecting you, I wouldn't let that stop you from retiring if you want to and you are able. You know, it's not the debt that is really hampering you. It's how you're handling it and the situation that you're in that is causing the troubles. You know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's just like retirement. Retirement's exciting as heck and it's scary as heck. Same for debt. It all depends on how you look at it and how you're handling it. I don't know. I don't know if it made any sense at all, but it's just the way I look at it. Y'all take care. We'll talk to y'all later.